I will try to trade according to the 3 candle strategy. Yes, it's possible and there could be a loss as well. So finally, all of these trades here have been profitable for me. Here, I have taken double trades in the downward direction. That's all for today's video, how we can understand things by looking at 3 candles. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all? I hope you all are doing very well. In today's video, I will try to trade according to the 3 candle strategy. First, I will carefully identify 3 such candles. That will help me thoroughly analyze the current market trends and closely observe where a good opportunity might arise. So this must be sounding like a very interesting approach to take. And it's actually quite effective, and this strategy works incredibly well for me. So I will try to carefully keep track of this again today. Okay, and let me tell you one very important thing to share. I am not a financial advisor. Before taking any trade, make sure to do your own research. Because trading is very risky here, so it's possible that you could incur a loss as well. So finally, all of my trades here have been profitable. So now I will carefully search for a good movement on the chart. And after that, I will try to enter at the most ideal entry point. First, I will closely examine the candles here. If 3 consecutive candlesticks form in the same direction, then I will try to execute my trading position accordingly. Okay, so for now, the current movement in the market is upward. So from here, the market could turn bearish. But first, I need to find some candles here where 3 candles appear together. So I will look for this kind of chart first. Whenever I come across these specific types of patterns on any chart, I will try to show them to you right here. For example, if I see such patterns, then first of all, I am switching between different trading charts here to see if there is a chart with good movement where the pattern is being formed, and if that specific formula appears, that would be great. So as you can see, here I don't see any chart like that. Let me check the rest. It will take me a little time, but if it shows up here, then on the upper side, I can see one long wick. So as I see it, the market movement could remain bearish. So you must have understood which wick I am talking about. If there is a long wick formed on the upper side, then from there, the market movement can remain bearish. That indicates that there could be selling pressure there. And since selling pressure is active, there could be a significant downward movement in price here. So I will execute a sell trade for a downvote right at this level. I have placed a trade here in the downward direction. And I will now try to highlight this specific entry point with a horizontal line. So according to the wick formed on the side, I have marked a label here with a horizontal line. Here you can say that I have created a zone. Okay, so in this way, this becomes a zone. This entire zone belongs to the sellers. The market movement here should remain bearish overall. I can also call this an overall resistance. So the market movement will remain bearish. Okay, now many times we think that it's good if the market stays bearish from here, but for how long will it remain so? It will stay bearish until it reaches a good support level. Until then, the market movement here can remain bearish. And the 3 candlestick strategy that I was talking about, I don't see it here at the moment. If I happen to spot something like that in the market, I will definitely try to explain exactly how it works to you. Okay, so finally, this trade of mine turned out to be profitable here. And a very solid and clear red candle has formed, no? So in the same way, I will try to find even more of these chart patterns. I will see how the market movement is going, because I feel that the first step is to find a chart with good movement. If the chart does not fully reflect the strategies we have in mind or anything we have learned according to technical analysis, then we can't use any of those things there. That's why finding the right chart is very important, and analyzing whether the strategy will work or not is crucial. So here on the upside, there is one long wick, which I will try to highlight with the holy junction line. So I have placed the holy line here in this way. Okay, and on the upside, I will place it here as high as possible so that I can place a trade for one downward move. Just like the last trade I placed, it also dropped at this very spot. In the same way, the wick on the upside was formed here, so there could be sellers at this point, which is why this has become a resistance level. Okay, now I have carefully marked this specific resistance level with a double label so that it is clear to everyone that this is a strong seller's zone. The market can certainly stay within this zone for a while, but if it eventually moves significantly above or well below this zone, our potential entry point could be at a good and profitable position. Okay, and now let me tell you something very important that you need to remember. If you haven't joined our Telegram group yet, there's a link in the description. You can join the Telegram group from there. So here the market movement is in the opposite direction. No, I don't think my trade is going to be a loss. No, not at all. Still, I come and wait a little thinking I might incur a loss. Okay, so finally my trade was profitable but only by a very small margin. Still, it was good, so my trade ended up being profitable here. By the way, let me tell you that you can very easily incur a significant financial loss here. So that is exactly why it is essential that you should be exceptionally careful and consistently diligent with your money management and long-term investments. So here, once again, I am going to try to analyze the current market movement in the exact same way as before. And I will also make an effort to thoroughly explain the 3 candlestick concept. If I happen to see something like that in the market or appearing clearly on the chart, I will point it out, because if I do not see such a specific example during this session, then I won't be able to show that technique for you right here. Okay, so there is quite a strong bullish movement here. So I will change the chart and take a look. Whenever I see a market chart like this one, I have already placed a trade for a downward move, because this specific green candle that has just formed here is actually a very strong and clear reversal candle indicating a change. Let me explain a concept to you, the 3 candlestick pattern. If I see this here, then the market movement is from here and there could be selling pressure. Next, I take a horizontal line, and with the horizontal line, I observe that I have placed a resistance on the upper side, and from the resistance, the market has fallen quite nicely. Here as well, I will look at some candlesticks, and on the upper side too, there is resistance, and from there are 3 consecutive candles going downward, which indicates that a reversal could happen from here. And after the 3 candles, the 4th candle that formed is green, so this is how this concept works. The 3 candlestick pattern that I'm looking at right now isn't really working out properly. If I can find a much better example somewhere else, I'll try to explain the concept in more detail. As for this particular trade, I think it ended up being a bit of a loss. Okay, so this trade here was actually profitable for me, but remember to stick to small margins and not risk too much. Now, once again, I'll try to find a chart that shows some really good movement. Let me check the EUR-JPY pair to see how the market movement is going. So looking here, the market is moving sideways right now. So I think maybe I should spend some time working with this chart. However, there is a noticeable long wick on the upper side here, but it is not right to overanalyze the situation just based on that single long wick. Still, I will try to mark out a key price level here by drawing a horizontal line. See, I have marked a level here. Previously, the market was bearish from this point, and it is likely to remain bearish now. This can be called a double bottom or multiple time rejection. Generally, if there is rejection from 2 places, it is called multiple times, and the same applies if there is rejection from 3 or 4 places at one level. Here as well, 3 green candles have formed, followed by 1 reversal candle. So the market movement here will remain bullish as 3 consecutive green candles have formed, and then the 4th candle is red. So right here, the 5th candle will not reverse its direction but will follow the existing trend. This means that the overall market trend is still bullish and active buyers are present there, so the market will likely remain bullish for now. However, sometimes a few opposite colored candles might form in between the move, which often creates a lot of confusion for traders. So here, according to this concept of the candle strategy, if 3 consecutive candles of the same color are formed, there is a very high chance that the 4th candle will be a reversal candle, meaning a candle of the opposite color will form there. Alright then. So in this way, this is not simply some trick or a single strategy, it is a comprehensive trading concept. We call this reversal trading. So here I placed a trade on the green candle and another green candle has formed. And finally, my trade here turned out to be profitable. So once again, I will try to find a trading chart with a strong and favorable price movement in the exact same way. If I happen to see a good chart somewhere and if there are clear examples visible here, then I will try to provide a detailed explanation of them for you. So I don't really see anything happening here. Maybe the concept of the three candle pattern could be applied in this spot. Otherwise, I have tried taking trades here for a downward move following the trend since the overall market movement is clearly downward. I can also see a lone candle here. So first I will cover this lone candle. I have covered this lone candle from here in this specific manner, okay? And looking back at the previous day's red candle where I placed the trade, you can see its closing price is below that rectangle. So I feel that the market could fall even further from here. But right here, you can see a lot of different signals appearing. Even if the trade ends up in a loss, I am confident that the market movement should remain bearish. It's possible that this candle is just a retracement candle or it's for the market's stability. But the market is still moving downward. Otherwise, first we have to wait to see what the result was, and only after that can we decide anything. So finally, this trade has also been profitable for me here. Okay? So it feels really incredibly good that this specific trade of mine was quite profitable here. So again, I will definitely try to find even better opportunities in the exact same way. Otherwise, I feel that these sideways shorts don't have such good accuracy, which is why most of the time my first priority is to find a chart with really good movement. So this chart here isn't very good for us. So right now, I'm trying to change the chart. If I see a chart with much better movement, then I'll consider it. So right here, this specific chart also doesn't look particularly good to me at all. And I am honestly trying to change the entire chart here as well. Let me check USD/BRL. The market movement is going like this, and here the market could move downward. So I've placed trades in the downward direction because the previous candle is red. There is one confirmation candle here, sellers are active, and from here the market movement could remain bearish. The red candle that has formed in between is for market stability. You must have seen such candles in the market many times. Someone might say it doesn't show any flow, it's just a reversal candle. Look, there are 3 red candles and then a reversal happens on the 4th candle. 3 candles and then a reversal on the 4th. Similarly, here too, there are 3 red candles and a reversal on the 4th. So viewers, when this happens after 3 candles, if you see 3 candles like this anywhere, you can consider a lot of things and think about taking an entry there. Besides that, I am not a professional financial advisor. Before you consider placing any trade, please make sure to do your own thorough research. So this specific trade ended up resulting in a loss for me here, so I decided to place a double trade in the downward direction. It could also be that this is just a minor retracement candle, which is likely why a green candle has formed here. But the overall market movement should remain bearish because the upper side has a long wick, which clearly indicates that there could be strong selling pressure there and the market could continue to move bearish. Sellers are definitely active here, okay? But I think this trade is also currently going in the opposite direction for me. For now, I will have to wait a little bit longer, and only after that will I see the final result and then decide what to do next. By the way, I usually take only 1 trade per day. The number of trades in a day is just 1, so I don't end up overtrading. If I need to place at least 4 or 5 trades in a trend, then I do only that many, whether they result in a loss or a profit. If I incur a loss, I don't try to recover it on the same day. I just hope that maybe the loss will be covered. So guys, both of my trades here have been profitable. That is all for today's educational video. By carefully looking at these 3 candles, how can we understand what the future formation of the 4th candle might be? Okay, if you like the video, please make sure to give it a like. If you're visiting the channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any doubts about the video, you can ask me in the comment box about which topic you have questions on. If there's any concept in trading that you personally don't understand, you can also mention that in the comment box. Let me know which concept you couldn't grasp. So guys, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, thank you.